Welcome to The Bottom Line. Today I'm going to do an analysis of the John King interview, part 2. I started by asking whether he thought we should have gone to war with Iraq. What did he say? He said that he had no opinions. But later he said he did have opinions, but he only told his wife. Finally, he said he had very few opinions. We would be surprised how few opinions he had, and that he actually tried to train himself not to have opinions. Now, it's hard to imagine someone saying more nonsense in 2 minutes than this. None of this makes any sense. First of all, his statement that he has no opinions is contradicted by his second statement that he tells his wife his opinions. Thirdly, if he only tells his wife his opinions, do you think that that's believable? Do you think he doesn't tell his opinions to his friends or his colleagues? He never discusses his opinions with anyone? I'm sorry, but that certainly isn't believable. And finally here, this whole idea that he has few opinions, I wouldn't want to say that about somebody. And that he trains himself not to have opinions? I mean, having few opinions just means you don't know very much. Opinions are the first thing you need in order to get knowledge. They might be true opinions or false opinions. If they're false opinions, you better change them. But opinions is the starting point for knowledge. Having few opinions says very little of someone. And frankly, I really don't believe it, because he's obviously a smart man and he has a lot of opinions. He's been in the business a long time, so this really is not very believable. How do we know that these journalists, John King and others who say they have no opinions, actually have opinions? Well, in the case of John King, he said he tells his opinions to his wife. But more than that, all of these guys, you see them regularly on TV giving their opinions about all sorts of things. And then when you ask them if they have an opinion, they say they have no opinion. I'll give you an example. Wolf Blitzer was interviewing an administration official and asking them why the Obama administration had not celebrated the anniversary of Obamacare. Now, the administration official gave him some kind of answer, evading the issue or the question really. And then Wolf said, I think they did not celebrate the anniversary because they were embarrassed with Obamacare. They didn't want to promote it. They didn't want to make it a campaign issue. They wanted to play it down. And then when he finished saying this, he said, that's just my opinion. So it's not me saying that they give opinions. He himself said this was his opinion. Or other interviewees that you've seen on YouTube that I've interviewed, like Jonathan Karl. Have you ever seen him giving an opinion on a panel in ABC News? Of course. Or Howard Fineman. He gives his opinion every week on MSNBC. Or Howard Kurtz, who said that it wasn't true that he had no opinions, and it wasn't true that he did have opinions. He thought there was a third possibility. In other words, he rejected the idea that he either had opinions or he didn't. He thinks there's a third option. In other words, he denies the law of the excluded middle. In other words, he denies logic. I mean,